My people, welcome back to You and I Talk Show. So, today on Sunday, this is our Sunday live show, August 17th, 2025. Live open mic. If you have questions, I may have answers. And then we're going to talk about, as we begin, we're going to talk about the first big news out here is Trump meeting Putin. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit in English, and then we're going to move into French, and we're going to talk about Gbagbo, the former president of Ivory Coast, had a huge, successful meeting. So we may talk about that in French, and then we're going to end in KinyaRwanda and answer some Rwandan questions. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Symphorien Pombe, I see you. Merci d'être là. So we're starting in English, continuing in French, and then ending in KinyaRwanda. My people, welcome back to You and I. All right, my people. So this week, crazy thing happened. Trump met Putin. Can you imagine? After all that boycott, European boycotting Putin, after all that drama between the Europeans, between the whole world and Russia, Trump met Putin yesterday, and they called it pursuing peace. What's the message? What does it mean for Africans, for the continent of Africa? For example, for all these, some of these African nations who are trying to free themselves, to liberate themselves, and who were, who had been working with the Russians in resistance to some American policies. What's going to happen to them? What's the lesson to them? Well, for example, the Burkina Faso, the Niger, Mali, what about them? What's going to happen to them? What does it mean for Africans? And then what should be the cautionary tale right there? So I'm going to tell my fellow Africans that everybody needs to look out for themselves and defend their own interest, because who knows, you may think that you have an ally in one power or one superpower, and then all of a sudden the superpowers or the two powers, they're back together in France, and who knows what they're going to plan together for their own interest that may not necessarily be in your own interest. So Africans need to look out for themselves. They need to become strong, and then simply defend themselves and defend their own interest, and not think that anybody, any superpower, any alliance out here is out here to defend you. Each country will first and foremost look out for themselves, for their own interest. And the Europeans have been working against their own interest, thinking that maybe the US is also going to work against its own interest. And clearly, Trump has decided to, I don't know, disregard the Europeans and simply pursue his own mission. Even the Europeans are crying right now. They're like, what? You mean Putin? Unbelievable, man. Incredible. Everything is possible out here, eh? Watch out. This is why I'm saying look out for your own interest. Watch out for your own interest. Don't think that anybody here is out here working for you. Africa, this is a huge message. No China, no Arabs, no Russians, no Americans, no Europeans, nobody. Nobody. So, all Africans, every African nation, you want to become strong, you want to become independent, work for your own interest and become strong enough so that they can't even boycott you. They try to boycott Russia and clearly it did not work. And because Russia remained strong, now the US, Trump, and America is meeting them in respect. So this is even a message for our Congolese people, Congolese brothers and sisters, my people, who are facing the criminal dictatorship of the Kagamistan in Rwanda. It's like, yo, watch out. Look out for your own interest. Be strong, become strong, and then the whole world will have no choice but to deal with you, to deal directly with you without caring that they were the supporters of the Kagamistan in Rwanda. They were the supporters, the backers for however many years. When a country like Congo shows strength and resists against the criminal occupation of the Kagamistan in Rwanda, which is killing and plundering in Congo, if Congo was to resist and show strength and win against the criminal dictatorship of the Kagamistan in Rwanda, they're going to respect and deal with it. So this is the major lesson. Africa, Africa. Rely on yourself, yo. All right, my people. We're gonna move into French, and then I'm gonna comment a little bit on the on in French, and then we're gonna move into KinyaRwanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you're in the comments, let me know. Let me know. And then if you have questions about my new book, I'm here to answer any and all the questions. Thank you to everybody who have chosen freedom. My new book is about really having freedom and practicing freedom, because when you know your divine rights, when you know thy divine rights, you cannot be oppressed, you cannot be enslaved. And right now in the world, so many countries, so many nations are facing the threat of enslavement, of their freedom being stolen, being taken away. So my new book is to strengthen people spiritually, emotionally, mentally, so that you could be strong enough to face the abuse and the attacks and the attempt to oppress you and enslave you, my people, whether you're white or black. Yo, if you want to read my book, it don't matter if you're black or white. Because the title Imana East, this is the creator, this is the name of the creator in KinyaRwanda, and the creator Imana has created everyone. So if you're an Imanaist, it means you're on the side of the creator, and the creator has created everyone. There could be no discrimination. Practice thy divine rights. Haha. One of my divine rights is that I have the divine right to unity with divinity, and divinity is in unity with everyone. My people. So I can't wait for your questions. I think people are still reading it, because I just dropped it. My Bombardement Intellectuel. I just dropped it. I bombarded you in 400 pages. Yeah, I better come up with some questions real soon. And I need to see some reviews on Amazon as well, you know. So please, if you read it, whether you like it or don't like it, send me a review, yo. All right, my people, so let's move into French. Merci, merci la famille. Merci d'être là. On bouge en français. Aujourd'hui, on est en direct et c'est le dimanche, le 17 août 2025. On va parler un peu justement de cette rencontre entre Poutine et Trump et ce que ça veut dire pour l'Afrique, que leçon pour l'Afrique. Et puis ensuite, on va passer en KinyaRwanda. Si vous avez des questions, je suis là. All right. Bienvenue dans le show. Merci, merci, merci la famille d'être avec nous. Merci.